virtual meeting that occurs monthly and is a forum for updates, discussion, feedback, and Q&A about food programming and other related subject matter. We do offer ASL and CART transcription services, and this meeting is being recorded so that we can share the meeting along with the presentations and minutes to those partners who are unable to join us today. The follow-up email with all corresponding documents and links will be sent in 1 week. At this time, we do ask that you introduce yourself in chat. Please include your name, pronouns, organization, and role. This is helpful to us and partners for connection purposes. So I'm going to take a moment and do that myself. Today's agenda includes an announcement from Employment and Training and presentations from Oregon Eligibility Partnership, Summer EBT, and a meeting discussion. Presenters, we do ask that you turn on your cameras while presenting where able, as our partners appreciate seeing the person who's speaking. Of course, we would also like to invite all those who are willing and able and comfortable to share their screens as well. Before we hear from Candy Quintal, I would first like to provide a little bit of clarification regarding the community partner email that was provided during the ODHS partner meeting that occurred just this week. It was on Tuesday. That email that was provided to you connects with our Office of Equity and Multicultural Services Community Engagement team. You are more than welcome to email them at any time, but I just wanted to clarify that if you already have a direct email contact, such as myself or Snap Outreach, that you should continue to reach out to us via those emails so that you can get right to us without having to wait to be transferred from someone else. So please do continue to email us directly. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Candy, who I just saw is here from Employment and Training, and she's got an important message for us today.
So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining and invited me to share an update on ABODS today. So to introduce myself, my name is Candy Quintal. I'm the program manager for our self-sufficiency program employment and training team, and that includes both for SNAP employment and training and our jobs program. But today we're going to share a quick update on our ABOD program. And so just wanted you to be aware that starting on October 1st of this year, individuals with an able-bodied adult without dependents or ABOD status are no longer going to need to complete the work activities to maintain their SNAP benefits. This change is happening because Oregon will be using discretionary exemptions to cover the counties that are not currently required for those work activities. And as a result, Multnomah and Washington counties will be added to the counties that are currently applying the discretionary exemptions. So to reframe that just a little bit, every year we have to apply for a waiver on which counties have to apply our SNAP time limits. And currently, all counties are not having to apply those SNAP time limits except for Multnomah and Washington counties. Starting on October 1, those counties will also be covered with discretionary exemptions. So those discretionary exemptions are going to be applied from October 1 of this year through September 30th of 2025. And then we're going to be looking at our waiver for eligibility and discretionary exemptions for the following year. So as we have more information, we're definitely going to get that out to you all. And we are currently working on our communications plan, how to get this information out to the individuals themselves so they are aware of these changes, and also to let them know that if someone has lost their SNAP eligibility because they were unable to complete those work-related activities of the 80 hours each month, and they received those 3 counting months, that they, starting October 1, they can reapply for those SNAP benefits again and not have those CTs or counting months used against them in their eligibility process. So that's the quick update that we have on that today, but I'm happy to take any questions if anyone has any.
I don't see any in chat so far.
I don't either. So this one's an easy one. So I'll hand it back to you.
All right, thank you so much. So good news, and we'll have more information as we get closer to those months and reminders as well. All right, so up for our first presentation for today is going to be from our friend James Barta, who is joining us with Oregon Eligibility Partnership, and Susie James is going to share his screen directly.
Excellent. So let's bring my little screen. It's good to be here in this space again. But yes, for those who don't know, I'm James Barta. I use he, him. I'm the Engagement Strategies Manager with the Oregon Eligibility Partnership. And I would think many of you have questions about what's going on with the one system, which is what the Oregon Eligibility Partnership manages. And so let's talk a little bit about some of these calls and trends. Now, as you can see, the average wait time was a measly 3 minutes. Pretty happy about that. That was for the month of May, which was even lower than what we had in April, which was about 5 minutes. Although there are times when people wait for quite a while, and that unfortunately happens. So I hope this gives a little bit of context for what the people you work with are experiencing. There's there's the good news of multiple times in a single day where the wait times are less than 10 seconds. I will say, and this is sort of a random snapshot because I was in a meeting Tuesday with someone which is one system. And at that moment on Tuesday, I think it was like 11 o'clock, there were 30 calls in the queue with an average wait time of 19 minutes, which, that's a lot. That's part of what goes on at that part of the day. And, the total applications were like 1,400 and total renewals were also 1,400. So there's just always a lot going on in the system. But if you're curious about digging in more, I don't know if you have looked at the dashboard as of late, and I'll slip the link in the chat if you don't have that. And it's pretty nifty. There's been some new updates. You can see here, I just took a screenshot a couple days ago of what it has, and then I pulled. If you hover over a particular day, you'll get the hour by hour of what was going on that day. So this is new. They didn't tell me about it. I just happened upon it, or maybe it was someone mentioned in the meeting. I forget. But in any case, we've got that maximum wait time again in red, but the average times, and you can see then on a particular day what the wait times are. Like early in the morning, you'll notice there's hardly any abandoned calls. Those are the ones, that means pretty much everyone is getting through. And then that light blue line on the columns, or the light blue stack there, that's the number of abandoned calls that occurred during that part of the day. So a little more transparency. I think if you play with that, you'll get a sense of the best times to call in subsequent days. You'll notice and this is all from the second dashboard. If you go to that link, you got to scroll down, and it takes a moment to load, but you can play with the date range. So it's pretty nifty. And looking in the future and what's going on, we don't have a backlog of stuff right now. We're processing for the most part same day, next day. I'm here to also say that this good news is probably not going to last, at least in the present incarnation, because we're anticipating more phone calls with the public health unwinding, and it's it takes time. Now, our goal is always to be processing things quickly, and I will say, I guess as someone who's just IMing me, the clarification is that, we're touching, we're at least taking a look at each of these as we move through these applications. So, like a SNAP application, of course, has to have an interview, which takes time to set up, and as do many of the other programs. But nonetheless, we don't have a backlog, though I do want to emphasize that. So there are, I think I have a little bit more time here. So I wanted to plug that hopefully you've heard about them, our new videos explaining how to do some different things on both the one system, the one online portal, and through the mobile app. So I've got a few links for that. Now, hopefully you've already seen these. If you haven't, well, now's going to be your chance. Each video is 3 to 5 minutes. And so when you're looking if you want to waste your time watching videos, you could do them productively by checking these out and sharing them. But hopefully you learned some things. There's going to be more on the way, so we're happy to get your feedback. And if you want to see them in Spanish, we have that too. So I'll put that in. But I'm excited that we're finally moving forward with many of these. And so let's see. Are there any questions so far? I've got one other little plug I'd like to throw in. Are we okay on time, Misha? Okay.
Yes, there is time.
How about that? And for some reason, tells me I have more slides and it's not letting me move forward. That's what I get for adding them right at the end here. Let me try this, resetting this. But what I wanted to tell you about, though, is our survey that is just starting. So when someone goes to, has an appointment, whether it's on the phone or in person, and they have opted into receiving text messages or they use the mobile app. So here's a whole bunch of conditional statements here. So, but basically, if someone is one of the 500,000 people who opted in to receive the text messages, they'll receive a text message after their after the appointment they have, saying, hey, how was the appointment? How was the service? And they'll get the same questions that you could see at the bottom of the that I originally showed you on the dashboard. Basically, how what's your satisfaction with the call? Was the person courteous that you talked to? Were they knowledgeable? And so those are the questions that a person will get. And then there'll be optional demographic questions. And so we're pretty excited about this this new setup. And I don't know why my PowerPoint wasn't allowing me to show you, but I'm just going to show it to you like this. This is what the survey looks like. And there's an initial question of what services did you request today? And we're going to add a question, was it in person or the phone? So just in the first few days, we've had several hundred people respond. And so we'll be looking at that, seeing how good or rotten we're doing. We don't have a lot of data since they're anonymous about exactly who the person was talking to, but when we add in the question about in person or over the phone, at least we'll have a sense of what kind of interaction that was. So we're looking for trends. We're looking to improve things, of course, but it's been a little bit in the making, so we're pretty excited about it. There will be also surveys that are going to be eventually going out over the course of the year to all our offices that will be able to be tracked back to specific offices, so we can see how things are going in various offices. And there's a survey, lots of surveys, I know, it's a pain, in the One System itself. And it's different questions because you're not interacting with a person, you're interacting through a system. So it's slightly different questions. So that's some of the stuff that's going on with the One System. I'm hoping that we have more materials soon that will be helping you as you help your clients, things like these videos. But if you have suggestions over what you need, where you get stuck, I would love to have longer conversations with you about what help do you need as people try to navigate their benefits in the One System. Because I know for a fact that we have not done the best job of getting information out to people about how to use the One System. It's a little bit of a black box, I know, but we're working on it. All right, that was my pause to see if there's questions or whatever. Virtual tomatoes, throw them my way.
Well, that sounds fun. We should ask Zoom to add that as a feature. I don't see any questions in our chat. All right.
Next item on the agenda.
Thank you so much, James. Appreciate it. All righty. So up next, we have a presentation on summer EBT. So I know we've talked about summer EBT a few times, and Stephanie Cook has been great about providing updates there. We have an entire summer EBT team now, which is really great. And Stephanie's not available today, but the rest of the team is here. And so you'll get a chance to meet everybody. And so I'm going to hand it over to Regina right now, who will introduce her team and share with you about summer EBT.
Great. Thank you so very much for having us here. My name is Regina Carpenter. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the Program Integrity Specialist for the Summer EBT programs. And I will be sharing my screen here. Let me know if you can see it.
You see it.
Great. Okay. So I wanted to also ask my team to go ahead and come on and introduce themselves as well, and then I'll get started. Paula, do you want to?
I'll go ahead and start. Paula Mendoza, I'm the Hearings and Rules Coordinator. I'm an analyst with the SCBT program. I'll turn it over to Montana.
Hi, everybody. I'm Montana Janssens. I'm a research analyst for the Summer EBT program, and I will hand it off to Catherine.
Hi, everyone. My name is Catherine Garland, she, her pronouns. I am an analyst with the team as well, focusing on community engagement and expansion of the program.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Montana and Paula. So just to dive in, if you throughout this presentation, we'll offer opportunities for questions. And of course, at the end, we'll ask one more time for questions. So if you do have anything pressing, please feel free to share that in the chat and or speak up when I get to that slide for questions. Anyway, to give you a little bit of about the summer EBT program. And just to let you know, if you look at the federal websites and happen to visit them, please note that they have rebranded themselves as Sunbucks. However, our state has chosen to stay with this naming convention to avoid confusion with Sun Schools in operation here in Oregon. We have quite a bit of content to share, and we'll definitely be eager to hear your feedback. Thank you. And next slide. So Summer EBT program is a new grocery benefits program that's designed to help families buy their food for their school-age children during the summer when school is out. School-age children participating in SNAP with benefits over $0, TANF program or the Oregon Health Plan or Medicaid with households under the 185% of federal poverty level are automatically enrolled into this program, will not need to have an application in order to receive benefits. Children who are not participating in public assistance programs and attend schools that have the National School Lunch Free or Reduced Price Meal programs, they may apply, and if they meet the financial eligibility requirements, they will be issued the EBT benefits on new cards if they don't have an existing or active card. Applications will be available on our website. The one that's showing right here is sebt.oregon.gov. That is an English speaking or English written facing website starting July 1st. And we do have a Spanish website as well, and that's at ebtv.oregon.gov. Just to note, the summer EBT program anticipates that we will serve an estimated overall allotment of 350,000 children, Oregon children, with a total annual issuance of over $42 million in food benefits. It's so exciting. We also wanted to let you know that there will be some downloadable applications in other languages such as Russian and Vietnamese, besides having the English and Spanish version. So Summer EBT program provides $120 for each eligible child. Each eligible child includes school-age children, again, as I mentioned, that are participating in SNAP, TANF, or the Oregon Health Plan Medicaid, with the stipulations I gave of SNAP being over $0 in benefits, and with the Medicaid being under 185% of the federal poverty level, or those children who are experiencing foster care through our child welfare program. Those benefits will be sent automatically to their existing EBT cards, the Oregon Trail cards, on June 28th, and that is tomorrow. So we're really excited to see that, and that is approximately 321,000, a little bit more than that, issuances. So we're just really excited that this is going to happen. Students that are eligible by application, they will receive a decision notice and benefits if eligible within 30 days of applying. The benefits that are issued, they are a one-time lump sum payment that covers the summer program, and no matter what time they do apply between now and September 2nd, they will get the full $120. There is no proration of benefits. Those benefits, however, any unused benefits will expire after 120 days of non-use on their card. So we do want to make sure that they're used, and please note that the summer EBT benefits will be used prior to any SNAP benefits. So those will be pulled out of the card first as they're making their purchases. And purchases can be made at any retailer that the Oregon Trail EBT card exists right now. That includes the the farm markets with the double up bucks. It also includes any of the online retailers that accept the Oregon Trail EBT card at this moment. Are there any questions to what I've mentioned thus far? And I'll rely on my team to.
You're good in the chat, Regina.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
You were saying how the lump sum, so are they gonna get, like, it's 120, is it $120 per month or just $120 for the summer?
$120 for the summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they portioned it out to be like $40 for the 3 summer months of June, July, August, but it's a one lump sum payment, and even if they apply at the end of August, they'll get $120.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for asking. Any other questions? Okay, I will go ahead and move on. Okay, so the summer EPT applications, again, starting July 1st, the summer EBT applications will be accessible to applicants through the Summer EBT online applicant portal, which can be found at the sebt.oregon.gov English facing website and the ebtv.oregon.gov Spanish facing website. These applications, the online portal is showing, like an image is showing on the left-hand side of this slide, and that is what the online portal would look like. The families can apply for those benefits through that. They don't need to download anything. They can just put their answers and questions. Income, any kind of report, household reporting, income reporting, that is all through their attestation is what we call it. And so we're not asking for proofs of the income. We're not asking for additional documentation to be uploaded or attached. They will just be guided through those steps and be able to respond to the questions that are on that online application. Another method that they have, it's in the second picture that's on this slide, is the paper application, quote unquote paper application. It's a PDF, and that PDF is fillable and can be either emailed to an EBT info mailbox that I'll give you on the following slides, or they can be printed out and mailed to a PO box that I will also give a little later in this presentation. Each applicant, each child will have, or each application will have its own application ID, and each child will have their own application within, although the household will just need to send in one application, each child will be looked at separately. So the contact information, if anybody has any general questions, if they need to replace an EBT card, if they need to ask about their application status or have other questions around their eligibility, are welcome to call our Summer EBT call center, and that it's at 1-833-673-7328. Again, that's 1-833-673-7328. The call center will be able to support the following languages. That's Arabic, Chinese, both simplified and traditional, English, Russian, Somali, Spanish, Ukrainian, and Vietnamese. Our email address is summerebt@odhs.oregon.gov. They can also ask general information questions, confirm their eligibility, ask questions around their Oregon Trail EBT card. They may also apply, and their applications can be submitted through email and obtain their application status. This email box is monitored throughout the day, and responses have been very quick to the emails that we've received thus far. So that is a great way to contact us. And down in the bottom of this slide, you'll also see again that we have the website identification for our English and our Spanish website. Our post office box is listed here. It's P.O. Box 14840, Salem, Oregon 97309. If applicants are unable to complete the online application or do not have access to upload and email their applications to the email address provided on the previous slide, applications and documents may be sent by postal mail to that post office box listed above. And again, for anybody who's writing it down, it's P.O. Box 14840, Salem, Oregon 97309. Are there any questions at this point?
Regina, I just posted in the chat that Oregonians can take in SEBT applications to their local ODHS office. Our storefront offices And those, our amazing team in the front will go ahead and email those to the SCB team that we have designated to support us during this time. So thanks, Regina.
Thank you, Paula. That also prompts me to say that if somebody does need a replacement EBT card, they can not only call the SEBT call center, but they can go to any of our Oregon Department of Human Services offices and obtain an EBT card through that route, in-person line. Okay, so we'll
I
go.
had another question.
Yes, please.
Is this for only Oregon residents, or is Idaho doing it also with their SNAP? Okay.
So each state has an option or choice as to whether or not they are going to participate this year. And some states, because it was such a huge and quick turnaround to get this program up and running, some states have decided not to start this year, and they may or may not start in future years. This is a permanent program. And so as far as there's an FNS website that we will include that will show a map of which states are participating with the Oregon, or not, it's not Oregon, which states are participating in their own summer EBT program. And and it is that if a child is attending an Oregon school in the school year of summer 2023 to summer 2024, no matter where they may move to, they will need to come back to Oregon. And vice versa, if another state is having a summer EBT program and their student has moved to Oregon, we would ask them to go back to their state of origin where they had that school year and apply through that state for the summer EBT benefits. And so thank you for that question, because that prompts additional information.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I work in early Head Start, so I know it's school age. So school age, you're talking about 5 to 18, I'm guessing.
So for the children who are on or who are receiving public assistance, the SNAP, TANF, and Medicaid, those are 6 through 18, which follows the compulsory age of education. For those not in that part of the program but can qualify by attending Head Start through that serves the National School Lunch Program, it does not define the age so strictly. So you might have 5-year-olds, you might have 19-year-olds, as long as they're enrolled in the NSLP school and they meet the other criteria, the financial criteria, or participate in one of the programs, whether it be migrant, seasonal farm workers, are considered missing or runaway, or they're experiencing houselessness. Those are some of those criteria. Those children belonging to those schools, no matter that age within the K through 12 programming, may be eligible to receive benefits.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you again for your question. Okay, so next, starting July of 2024, we ask that families please check any current Oregon Trail EBT card accounts that they have to see if the summer EBT benefits were added. We also ask that they look for a letter in the mail that confirms their children's eligibility. If they don't get summer EBT by mid-July and think that their child is eligible, we would encourage them to apply. It is, they may also ask, or they may also call the SEBT call center at 1-833-673-7328 to see if their case is open or what their case status is and if they need to apply. Families can apply again up through the end of September, not the end of September, please back up, through the end of summer up until September 2nd to determine that they are eligible for the 2024 summer EBT benefits. And once again, replacement cards can be obtained by calling the SEBT call center at 1-833-673-7328. Or calling the EBT card replacement line at 1-855-369-3700. 328-6715, or they can visit an ODHS office that issues the Oregon Trail EBT card. And
Hey, Regina,
yes.
sorry, I'm going to pause there. A question from Jessica is we're going to issue tonight around midnight, so they'll be on EBT cards tomorrow, and then the approval letters will go out accordingly. So mail-wise, hopefully the first part of next week. All depends on the U.S. Postal Service. I'm hoping that answers your question. If not, if you could pop on or put it in the chat for us.
Thank
Yeah, that answers my question. I was just trying to figure out if families were going to get the notice before the issuance. Otherwise, they may not spend it with the, with the fear of having an overpayment and not wanting to spend that money without having a notice first. So that's why I was wondering if maybe for community partners here, there may be an increase of people asking about this because they received money before getting the notice. And so that was what I was wondering.
Great, not a problem. Totally understand, Jessica. If they have any questions, maybe we can just have them give the customer call center a call as well to take off some pressure from our community partners if they would like to do that. We can post the number again.
Yeah, so yeah, we will post the number, and also this slide deck will be sent out to you, so you'll have that information as well. And I understand Montana is going to be putting the map, the website with the map, to see what other states may be participating in the summer EBT programs across the nation. Thank you very much. Okay. And then on our last slide, before we entertain any additional questions, it is showing on the left side an image of what the sebt.oregon.gov English-facing website looks like. And on the right side, it has the ebtv.oregon.gov. On this page, there are also buttons or links in order to get resources for our partners. So the resources are in English, but on the Spanish side, it will say recursos for the partners, but it will be in English when you get to that site. And then on the English side, there is the button that says partner resources. Anything else that y'all might want to include in this team regarding this website? This is where the portal will be for people to apply. Great. Well, and we just have one more thing of questions. If anybody has any questions before we close up. Thank you.
I have one more question. It's not about this particular program, but it's SNAP. It's the, I don't know if you'd know, the Double Up Food Bucks one with SNAP.
I'm not for sure for SNAP, but I know with the summer EBT, we will be able to use the Double Up Food Bucks as well.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so. I just remember the Double Up Food Bucks. I wasn't sure if it was part of the summer EBT or just SNAP or what. So.
Yeah, it is part of SNAP, but the summer EBT program will support that as well.
Okay.
And again, the summer EBT benefits will be pulled off of an EBT card before the SNAP. There isn't anything that the retailers or the recipients need to do to make that happen. It'll just be done behind the scenes. So as food is being purchased, it will look to see if there are any summer EBT benefits that could be used prior to the SNAP being used.
Okay. So is that, so for the Double Up Food Bucks, is that, so the, as far as states participating in it, that we use that map? So if they're participating in the summer EBT program, they'll be doing the Double Up Food Bucks as well?
I don't know. The Double Up Food Bucks, there's a separate website for them.
Okay.
And I don't have that on hand. I know it's through the farmers markets.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how they participate throughout all the states, but this is This is as far as what you can use our SEBT benefits for. It is eligible to be used in that program.
And Regina, it does look like we have a partner on from the Farmers Market Fund who shared in the chat that they administer Double Up food bucks. So they confirmed that they'll provide the match for both SNAP and summer EBT. And then the Double Up Oregon website is in the chat as well. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you.
Just wanted to add that SEBT it does come on as SNAP as food stamp benefits, but we're not SNAP benefits. We're a different program. Just so we want to make sure we differentiate, even though it comes on to the Oregon Trail card that bit. And another great thing is our federal partner is immigration status does not come into play, so we'll be able to serve anyone where immigration status may come into call. So that is wonderful on that. And if families want to still participate in the free lunch programs that some schools have at parks or their schools, they can still take advantage of that. So it's not limiting access to other programs.
Absolutely. Thank you, Paula. Yes, again, citizenship is not a requirement. It does not impact anyone who is wanting to attain citizenship. It will not speak to anything around that or affect the family in any way. We want these children to be able to have good nutrition through the summer break while they wait for school to begin. And as Paula mentioned, anytime that there's anything within the community where they can participate for meals, that will not affect their ability to receive the summer EBT program if they're eligible. Thank you, team. Any other questions? Well, thank you again for this opportunity to share a little bit about our program with you. We're so excited because tomorrow those benefits go out and I'm just so excited. So, and I keep using that word. I guess that's my word of the day. So I'll turn it over back over to you, Misha, and everyone have a lovely day.
All right, thank you so much, Regina. I just wanted to throw out really quick that partner page that the button you can click on with the under the summer EBT page has some great general flyers. There's some customizable flyers that you can use. And for those of you who came to the June 21st webinar, the recording is now available, as well as the Q&A and the slide deck from that partner webinar. So if you are interested in that follow-up, it is listed there. So just wanted you all to know that. We have a surprise visitor today. Claire Seguin, our self-sufficiency director, is here, and she would like to speak with you all. Claire.
Hi, everybody. Claire Seguin, she, her pronouns, and I am just here for a 1-minute quick announcement. I wanted to share with you all that I just got off a call with our federal food nutrition service partners, our funders basically for the SNAP program. And we were talking about the announcement that there's going to be a national release of some correspondence related to each individual state's error rates in their SNAP programs. We don't know exactly what it's going to tell us. We expect it to tell us what our rates are officially. We expect it to tell us what our penalties might be, what our options are around that. But we really don't have any of the details yet. But I thought that I would share that with you all because I wanted just to give you a heads up notice about the actual letter that's coming, and then offer to have a meeting next week once we have it in hand to maybe chat with anybody who wants to chat about it in more detail when we have a little bit more that we can talk about together. So I'm really just here to give you a heads up. It's coming tomorrow. It's going to be a big news day for 2 reasons: SEBT and penalty letters. Oh boy. So we've got sort of a mixed bag in the food realm tomorrow. But if anybody's interested in us sort of corralling folks for a little bit of a chat about whatever the news is, we'd be happy to do that. And if you could maybe just put your names in the chat we'll be happy to follow up and send something out. It probably won't get an invite until Monday, but we'll send something out. We just wanted to give you all a heads up. And I know I can't really answer probably too many questions, but I'm happy to try if you want to give me a shot.
Thanks, Claire. We have a little bit smaller meeting than usual, probably because
Okay.
it's summer, early in the summer. People are out on vacation with families and whatnot. So maybe is there a way we could send something to the entire listserv to invite them if we are
Oh, sure.
doing a meeting
Yeah,
like that?
that's the
just
best way to go
because
about it. Yeah.
I know we're missing a few people today. I don't want them to lose out on that opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we'll plan on, it'll probably be something Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Not really sure. So don't hold us too tight to the time frame, but we want to get the information out and answer questions just as quick as we possibly can. So just look for something to the group for a little Q&A. And then also just look to the media because it will be out there for sure sometime tomorrow. And we'll be happy to talk about it. So that's it. Thanks, Misha. Appreciate you letting me squeeze myself in here.
Sure thing. Thanks, Claire.
Okay, take care.
All righty. We are a little short on time for our discussion topic that we had planned for today, but I'm going to throw the questions into chat anyway, just in case you need time to kind of, oh, they're up there. Perfect. To think about those, and we can bring them up again next month for folks to be able to share their thoughts. And then certainly in the last 5 minutes, if you have a thought there, maybe you came prepared, I would love to hear that feedback from you. Before I open it up for that, I do want to share somebody who was very prepared, and they emailed me their feedback in advance because they knew they couldn't be here at today's meeting. So I want to throw this out there in case anybody agrees with it and they want to state that now, or it might prompt you with some other ideas. So our friend Beth Englander with Oregon Law Center sent the following. I think it would make the collaboration more meaningful if there was time dedicated to two things at every meeting. One, time to hear what attendees are seeing, hearing, or concerned about regarding SNAP. And two, time dedicated for the agency to report back on what they've done in response to the items that were presented by attendees at the past meeting. So I really appreciated this, that she emailed me right away with these ideas, and I'll definitely chat with the SNAP team about this. I think they're great ideas. I can't foresee why we wouldn't be able to do that, but I'll chat with the team about that potentially being a standing topic. And with that, does anybody have anything they'd like to say about that feedback, or provide your own feedback? We definitely want to create a meeting space that is meaningful for you all and helpful. So if you have any thoughts, we really are open to those ideas. All right, seeing that it's kind of quiet, I think what we'll do is we will plan to revisit this next month after you've had some time to think about it. I know sometimes it takes time, and the ideas might start flowing in about 10 minutes after the meeting. So we'll circle back around to it. I know we're also missing a few folks today at the end of the first month of summer is kind of a rough time for a meeting. Folks are busy with their families and having fun, and might be out for that. Mayora.
I did want to share really quick from SNAP that we are aware of the fires in the Deschutes area, the Darlene fire. I believe right now we've unfortunately moved into fire season. And so we are also working with our federal partners. They are very well aware of what's happening in Oregon. And so we will send out communications right away if we decide to pursue any kind of waivers in regards to that topic. However, in general, as a standing, we have a SNAP benefit replacement policy, and that also applies to SEBT benefits. So SEBT benefits are also covered under food replacement provisions if they are destroyed in a misfortune like a fire. So please make sure that that messaging goes out to communities. We do have a replacement page, and our staff are getting reminders about SNAP replacement policies on Monday, I believe, through a broad email. So I just wanted to remind, because any of you may see that flux of people reaching out about benefits that have been destroyed. So if you have people who come in saying that they lost all their food in the fire, ask them, do you have SEBT or SNAP? Because there's a process to replace those, and those forms are on that website that Michelle shared. That's all I got.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Yes, I put the link there so that if you have questions about SNAP replacement benefits, you might find some answers on that page. You'll also find the replacement forms on that page and the different translations that they're available. So don't forget that that's there. And thanks so much for that acknowledgement, Mayora, important one for sure. So with that, we are at time. Thank you so much for being with us this month, and we'll see you again next month. Good day, everybody.
Thank you.